Black powder. It seems like shit don't never stop. Now we got Hashim's group, the Panther Formation, going down to some place to help some sister named Pamela Smith, who said she got raped 22 years ago with a salt shaker. Now, I'm not the one that's going to go against, the grain and say the sister don't need to be defended. But you waited 22 years, or shall I say, it takes 22 years to get this thing heard. He got raped with a salt shaker. They say they lost the salt shaker. And when they lost the salt shaker, now it's like it's your word against theirs. My suggestion to the new Black Panther Party for self-defense: if you're gonna help someone with a case, please be sufficient enough to help them and give them the adequate information and give them the adequate means of hope where they can continue without you being there. If you're doing otherwise, then there's no need to entertain the people, because it defeats the purpose of even going down or either attending to the issue if you ain't got no power to change anything. Therefore, that makes it look like showmanship. And people just looking like they just want to be in the newspapers. The reason why I'm able to say this is because I was a part of the new Black Panther Party, and there was a lot of showmanship going on with the national chain of command. A lot of people came to me telling me, hey man, they didn't do what they said they were going to do. We were the ones, the local, were the ones that set it up so that they could go down there and hopefully get the people what they needed to be relieved of the stress and give them the information they needed to carry on with living against this tyrannical system. However, a lot of times the national failed. Not every time, but a lot of times. This is the reason why the new Black Panther Party under Hashim's direction cannot go to Durham, North Carolina. They can't go to Durham, North Carolina because they promised one thing and they did another. So for future references, my advice to the new Black Panther Party: put up or shut up. Show and prove. Do not be lacking. And if you can't handle the issue, give it to someone who can.